Hello and welcome to the Moonshine Stitches podcast. My name is Sydney and this is a YouTube channel where I talk about the things I've been knitting and crocheting in the past few weeks. Normally I try to post bi-weekly, but it's been, I think a little over 3 weeks or maybe like just 3 weeks since the last time I recorded. Life got very crazy and chaotic over here, and every time I tried to sit down and record, it just didn't happen. I was either interrupted or something came up and it was a whole to-do. That's probably fine though, because I'm looking at the notes I had for when I tried to record last week and nothing has changed. So everything would have been exactly the same as it would have been if I recorded last week. So you're not really missing out on much. Let's just jump into finished objects. I have one finished object this week. It was just something silly I threw together in like a night. And it's just this little, I guess, cushion. There's nothing in it, but you know, squishy enough. I made this for my almost 2-year-old daughter to sit on the floor, on our hardwood floor. Just when we're like sitting and playing and reading books and stuff. I would like to make one for myself, but I figured I'd test it out on her first. So this is just 5 strands of DK weight cotton, mostly DK weight. I think there's like some sport weight in there, but mostly DK cotton. I think the majority of it is paint box cotton DK, but there's definitely some other thrown in there. It's just stash I've had for probably like 10 years now. That I am just getting tired of looking at, so I wasn't too precious about using it up. I think this was close to like 250 grams of yarn used. I didn't use a pattern or anything, just started with 10, I think, double crochets. I think I did double. These look like double crochets. We're gonna say double. In a magic circle, and then increased 10 with each round afterwards. And I made 2 of those, single crocheted them together with like little picots every 5 stitches. And there we go. You must excuse, as I'm like looking at this, it's like covered in dog hair, because it's been being used for the past 2 weeks. So pardon the grunginess. But yeah, that's it. I think I used a 9mm hook, which is like a, it's a 9mm hook. I don't know what like letter that is, to be honest, but it's the biggest hook I had, and I think it turned out okay. It's nice and squishy. Like I said, I want to make a little bit bigger one for myself, try to use up more of that cotton yarn, because I am sick of looking at it just sitting there not being used. I have just been calling this a big dot. I tell my daughter, go get your big dot and we could sit and play blocks, and she'll sit on the dot and we'll play blocks. So that's silly little thing, but you know, figured I'd show it anyway because it is a finished object. The only finished object I've had in 3 weeks. So with that being said, let's move into not finished objects. We'll move into whips. I do have 3 works in progress. I didn't finish anything I wanted to from last time, obviously, but I did make a lot of progress. We'll start with my Cypress Cardigan. This is a pattern by Haley Handcrafted. It's a made-to-measure pattern, but she does give suggestions of like measurements to crochet to. Like you could use any weight of yarn, but she'll give you like I said, measurements to crochet to. I am making the suggested, I think large, maybe it was like medium large, something like that. Did I write it down? I did not. I'm pretty sure it's large. I'll pop it up on the screen. I think that was a finished bust of, you know what, I don't know. I don't want to say what I think it is. I will put it on the screen though, so you know for sure, because I don't want to just pull a number out of nowhere because I genuinely don't know. But as you can see, I did finish the body. I seamed it at the shoulders. I finished one full sleeve and started the other. Just started the other. I think I'm like a row and a half in. I have it saved with like this little pumpkin stitch marker. I don't know if you can see that actually. Little pumpkin guy, because I am feeling that fall weather right now. Oh, excuse me, itchy nose. Speaking of feeling the fall weather, my allergies are out of control. Everybody's are. My entire house is sniffling and sneezing and coughing. It's not pretty. Let me try this on though so you can see what it looks like so far. I'm so pleased with it so far. Let me, oop. All right, I'm attached here, so I'm gonna hold that here. All right, let me stand up so you could get kind of a better look at it. Oh, this is gonna be so perfect. This is such a nice outfit for it too. I made the sleeves a little less than full length here, just because I know it might grow a little bit, or not grow, but like stretch out. It's definitely gonna stretch a little bit with blocking. And then we'll do the same on this side. I'm not sure how far down you could see, but this hits like right above my fingertips, which is such a nice length, I think. And I love it. I really, really want to wear it. Maybe I will finish it this week so I could wear it for the cooler weather coming up. I'm hoping so anyway. Let me give you some more details about this. The yarn I am using is a DK weight, 50% cotton, 50% rayon. I do have suggested yarns linked down below in the description under the like little Cypress Cardigan area that I set up. And I am using all throughout a size 7 4.5 millimeter hook. Yes, that is the Cypress Cardigan. Very excited about that. I'm happy. I really wanted it done by the time I recorded again, but like I said, it's been so crazy over here. I am happy with the progress I made, but you know, wish it was a little bit more. Let's see. Let's get into socks. You've seen them a million times. These are the socks I am making for my friend Carlie. I am using Lang Yarns Super Socks. Super Socks color 4-ply in the colorway Europe. And this is what I have done. I guess I did make a lot of progress on this too, all things considered. I was about here last time, and I finished the leg, did the heel, and I'm about, let's say, almost halfway done with the foot. Maybe not. It needs some more. I am using a size, I think 1.5, yes, 1.5 millimeter, nope, size 1.5, 2.5 millimeter needles. These are just Chiaogu red lace circulars, the mini 9-inch ones, and I'm just doing a 3x3 rib. We have our shadow wrap heel, and I will end up finishing with my rounded toe. Not much else to say about that, other than I also really want those done. I sound like a broken record here. I just like, I want things done. I want things off the needles. I want to give those to their intended recipient. I want to wear my cardigan, but you know, my time is finite. Last work in progress is actually new. I cast on my flax light. Doesn't look like much now, but we are very close to separating for the sleeves. I think I have like one more repeat, like one more increase repeat to do in the raglan increases, and then we can separate for sleeves, and then I'll fly through the body, do a couple sleeves, and it'll be done. This is a sweater I am making for my daughter. I am making the size 2 to 4 years. I don't know what like bust measurement that would be, but you know, 2 to 4 years. Hopefully it'll fit her for a while because she is just about to turn 2. I did not swatch, but you know, we're living life on the edge here. The ribbing is done in a size 2 needle, which is a 2.75 millimeter, and then the body is worked on a size 5, which is a 3.75 millimeter. This yarn is Emma's yarn, Practically Perfect. In the colorway, it isn't easy being green, something like that. It's not easy being green, I think that's it. And I had like a ball, like this is a full skein, and then this, I think I had about half of a ball left, so I should be able to get the entire sweater out of this, but you know, I'm not super stressed about it. I could put something in the bottom or like finish the ribbing with something else if need be, but I do think it's going to be enough. I was debating on whether or not to do the garter stitch on the sleeves, because I've made the flax without the garter stitch in the past, but you know, I opted to leave it in. I think it's a cute little detail and she'll like it. At least I hope she'll like it. She's 2. And at the moment she doesn't like anything. She is an ornery little girl at the moment. Just because she's sick. She's usually fine. I don't know what I'm saying here. But yes, it's so cute. She's going to be Kermit the Frog for Halloween, and I did find a good yarn in my stash to use for like the Kermit collar, like the little like triangle guy. I am not sure if I'm gonna crochet or knit that. It'll probably be quicker for me to crochet, so depending on how quickly I get the sweater done, I guess I'll choose whether or not to knit or crochet it, but it should be easy enough to figure out. Oh, this is Knit Picks Mighty Stitch. I think it is an 80% acrylic, 20% superwash merino. And it's really soft. And it's the perfect color. See? It'll look so nice. And that's everything I have going today. I do have one yarn purchase I can show you. I got another skein of Nomadic Yarns. This is her yak face, which is a 70% superwash merino, 20% yak, 10% nylon in the colorway Cemetery Drive. I thought it was a really cool Halloween-y colorway. I think I may cast this on when I finish Carlie socks because I'm just very in the mood for all of these fun fall colors. I also went to Michael's today and bought a bunch of beads. I guess I could show you those. Those are over here. Just bought some beads. These are for upcoming project I have in mind. Kind of crochet adjacent. I'll show you when, you know, I do it. I got these, and these, and these. I think it'll be very fun once I actually find the time to make what I want to make with them. I do have another skein of yarn coming in on Friday from Teeny Button. I got a skein of yarn from her K-pop Demon Hunters collection to make my older daughter, my 8-year-old daughter, a hat for the winter. And yeah, that's about it. I suppose we should get into goals to end things out. I failed a lot of my goals from last week, obviously. I wanted to, 1, finish Carlie's socks. Finish the Cypress cardigan. Nope. But I did cast on the flax. This time around, I would like to finish the socks, finish the Cypress, finish my secret test crochet because that deadline is coming up fairly quickly. And I would like to finish the body of the flax or separate for sleeves at the very least. And I feel like that is doable, that one. But yes, that is all I have for you this time around. I apologize if it seemed a little bit rushed or I seemed a little low energy. It's because I am very low energy, to be quite honest with you. It's just been nuts around here and I'm not getting as much sleep as I'd like to. I don't have very much time for myself, but that will be fixed soon, thankfully. But yes, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in another couple weeks, hopefully with some new things on the needles and some old things off the needles / hooks. Bye.